Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode where me and Richard investigate a church in Alton Priors, Wiltshire. Alton Priors Church in Wiltshire, England, dates from the 12th century. It is recorded in the National Heritage List of England as a Grade 2 listed building and is now in the care of the Church Conservation Trust. It was declared redundant on the 28th of July 1972 and was vested in the Trust on 12th of December 1973. The perpendicular tower of this lovely medieval church dominates surrounding fields. It stands just across the stream from St Mary's at Alton Barnes, and the church yew tree is said to be 1700 years old. Inside it is lime washed and barn-like with big rustic roof tiles and open timbering. The chancel arch is all that remains of the church's Norman past. The rest of the church dates from late medieval times except for the body of the chancel, which was rebuilt in the 19th century. The church still contains Jacobean's choir stool, unusually tall communion rails, and its 1590 tomb. A mysterious trapdoor conceals a buried sarsen stone as well. So there's a little bit of the history of this church at Alton Priors. There is more online if you would like to go and check it out. Also, if you are in the area of Alton Priors, Alton Barnes or Wiltshire, I do highly recommend you visit this church. It has a very, very unique feel as you walk into the church. It feels very welcoming. With it also being situated in the middle of a field, you do have to walk down these kind of cobble paths to get to this church. But it is a very, very beautiful church, and I highly recommend the visit. So join me and Richard as we investigate this church to see if we got any communications with any spirit that may reside there. On that note, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care, and goodbye. And this one is a very historic church. Richard knows the story more than what I do, because I haven't done the history of it yet. There is something really interesting here, isn't there?
There is.
And it is literally just down here.
Okay, so I'll lift this up for us. He says, there we go. So underneath here, there's a sarsen stone. And the story is that this stone was on this site and they built the church around it and left this stone in place. So this was a sacred site before the church was ever built upon it. And I think to encourage the ancient people to come to worship in the new Christian churches, they did this quite a lot.
Yeah.
So that was probably part of some sort of a stone circle or some sort of a stone monument.
Yeah.
I expect when we do a little bit of history about the property, you'll find a little bit more about it, Dave, to add to it. But yeah, that's basically what that was. And I'll show you another one. So this
It's a bigger one.
is the original floor.
That's the original floor.
So the original just mud floor of the building.
Oh well.
So it would have been quite different than it looks now. Obviously wooden floors and stuff have been put in.
Yeah.
But this is a very old church.
So Dave,
Yeah.
first impressions of this place?
Quite welcoming, to be fair.
It is, but it feels quite. It's cold. Yeah,
So cold.
it feels quite ancient, doesn't it?
It does feel
It
ancient.
does feel quite ancient, and after looking at the old stones and things, I think you get a real feeling that. I mean, we're away from the main body of the village. Mm-hmm. We're sort of sat out in a field. You can imagine that years ago, this was probably the centre of this place, and probably very different from now.
It's an interesting one for me because there aren't many places I get that little vibe in the back of my, like the chill going down the back of my. Now, I could say that was the cold, but
It
It's
doesn't
not.
feel sinister, but it feels like there's something here to me. I don't know about you.
I mean, the chill that's going down the back of my neck is not the cold.
No.
It's one of those kind of not fear chill, it's just where you know something's about.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a spider sense, basically.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting a good feeling about this.
Very homely, but with the pagan kind of side of it,
Yeah.
what my immediate thought was, will it produce something the same as North Newton would?
It's possible, isn't it?
But maybe not quite as sometimes as aggressive as what North Newton can be. But
No. Well, just for everybody's information, if you've seen the North Newton Church videos, we're not that far from North Newton
not.
Church. This is
Only about 4 miles
couple of miles away, maybe.
4 mile, 4 mile.
So we're not far from there.
The first thing to point out is that these sliding windows, they're open.
Yeah.
So you
And I can hear crows in the background.
Crows in the background. Even though we are in the middle of a field, there are people still walking their dogs. I've seen 2 dog walkers, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. We're just going to take a minute just to see if any
Feelings come.
feelings and like kind of natural noises come out.
Okay.
So we know what we're kind of going with. That seems pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Let's start them. I'm going to stand on this stone, not on the wood,
Okay.
because I'm going to ask for some knocking responses.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay then. I haven't done this in such a long time, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Okay then, so we come here with the greatest amount of respect. Again, probably you don't know what we're doing, or what's even in Richard's hand. We get that. But we have come here to try and communicate with you. We'll introduce ourselves first. I'm Dave, this is Richard. And we just want to have a chat, really. We just want to see if there's any spirits here that kind of hang around. There's a lot of history to this church. It's a very old church. We're talking, 900 odd years?
Yeah, this is, I could be wrong, I would have to check in history. I think this is Saxon.
Saxon church.
And obviously predating that as well, going right back to pagan times. So
Old.
very, very old church, yeah.
So if there is anybody here with us right now, can you give us a sign, please? Could you knock on something, preferably wood, anything wooden, and could you give us, let's mix this up a bit, 4 knocks. I'll show you what I want, or what I would like, I should say. Something like this. Can you do that? Before we go too far into this, I will explain, if there is any spirits here, what we're doing. We come to try and talk to people that have passed. We're not sure if you know you've passed, or maybe you do and you just come back to visit here. We just try and touch you and the growly, grumbly noise. It's your stomach.
Possibly.
Hopefully. I hope so. So yeah, we try and communicate with people that have passed. If you can just give us 4 knocks. If there is anybody here.
I'm getting
That was odd.
quite a chill coming, Dave.
That was odd.
I know it's cold in here, but I've got a real chill coming up, like it's something's behind me.
Alright, so if there is any spirits here, okay, we just put out a couple of things on the floor. You go near to any one of them's going to flash, the other one's going to spike. You can make those little zeros go up, and it does beep when you go close to it. That's a sign that will give us a sign that it could be around. So if you want to go close to that, and if you are a very old spirit, we also understand you probably don't know what that is, so it might be a little bit scary. It's not going to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so digital recorder's rolling. So the idea is I'm going to ask 3 questions, and I'm just going to play it back to see if we get any responses.
Okay.
If there is anybody here with us right now, can you say yes into this device which is in my hand? Again, this is not going to hurt you. Can you see us? That's my stomach.
You'd have had a vegan sausage roll.
Ugh. Can you see us? If so, can you tell us your name? I'm going to stop that there and play it back. Okay, so digital recording rolling. The idea is I'm going to ask 3 questions. I'm just going to play it back to see if we get any responses. Okay. If there is anybody here with us right now, can you say yes to this device which is in my hand? Again, this is not going to hurt you. Can you see us? That's my stomach. Should have an eating sausage roll. Ugh. Can you see us? If so, can you tell us your name? Stop right there. I didn't hear nothing there,
I didn't hear anything.
apart from crows.
Yeah. Is it worth taking a look at some of these plaques, seeing what names we've got, seeing if we can get any contact that way, Dave?
Yeah. So the Echovox is written there, I'll keep that there.
Yeah.
And I'll keep the speaker in my hand.
Just show you Echovox is there running. Okay.
If there is anybody here with us, in my hand is another way for you to communicate with us. this way, we might be able to hear your voice. And obviously, as it's called Echo Box, this is the reason why you can hear my echo. Is there any spirits here with us right now? Can you say hello? Can you tell me this guy's name? Can you tell me this guy's name, please? We've introduced ourselves. Is there an Elizabeth here? Sounded like a hi.
It did, yeah.
It was a female's voice. Okay. I'll keep that kind of line of questioning. Is your name Elizabeth? If there's anybody here, could you tell me what I'm putting my hand on? I heard Dave.
Yeah.
That's come through a lot recently. Could you tell me what I'm touching? What am I touching here? Can you tell me what these are? What are these? What are these? What do you call these? I heard the first few letters of. What are these called? I don't need to know the name of the plant as such. Just as a collective, what are they called? Is there a John here?
Yeah? That sounded like a yeah.
Is your name John Smith? How old were you when you died? Could you tell us what month you died? That was me. Can you tell us what month you died?
Sounded like April.
Yeah. It's not the same month that's on that plaque.
I know, I'm just saying what I heard.
Can you tell us what I'm touching? Can you see us? Can you see us? Eller yeah. It's underneath this hatch. It's underneath this hatch. I heard there is. No, that could be something saying there is this, or going there is. What's underneath this hatch? Do you recognize any of these people? If you're a spirit and you're here and you come here regularly, obviously this church probably been used quite a fair bit. And do you recognize any of these events that have gone on? You've gone quiet on me. I go, you've gone quiet on me. Kai's going, yeah. More of a coincidence than anything else.
Yeah.
Could you tell me what this is? What have I got my hand on? What do you call this? Do you get many visitors here? Would love to know what this is. I don't know what this is called. What I've got my hand on. I don't know what this is called. Can you tell me?
It's an interesting place, this. It really is.
Apart from a couple of responses, there's nothing really coming through. It's anything significant anyway. But
I sort of get the feeling that there's something here, but it doesn't trust us yet.
yeah,
Maybe we need to go
come back again.
another day and just gain a bit of trust here.
It's a good point, actually. Let me just turn this down. Actually, I'll keep this going. We get it. We do understand what Richard was saying. Okay? You may not trust us, but honestly, nothing here that we are using is going to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. It's just a way for you to talk to us, that's all. So, we would like to come back someday. Would you allow that to happen? No, not here.
What caused that?
Huh?
What caused that, Dave? Was it?
Don't know. Okay, well, it happens every now and again. But
Yeah.
If you want us to come back, please. Just if you want us to come back, just say yes. So I think it's trust.
It certainly feels like there is something
Yeah.
here. It really does. But it feels like it's like not going to communicate with us right now.
Well,
And we are going to respect that.
oh,
As much as I'd love to stay, if you don't want to chat, we're not going to try and force you to chat either.
what?
But we would like to come back one day.
It's quite interesting, although didn't get a huge amount there. I think we've both got a feeling there's
Oh, I feel
a presence here.
I feel there's something here, yeah, just through feelings. And I always
Yeah.
trust my own feelings. It's just whether they're going to actually communicate with us. That's the thing. And to be honest with you, I was getting the impression they didn't really want to. Apart from the odd response, maybe.
Yeah,
The odd response, which could have been more coincidence. I don't know. I
Yeah.
didn't hear anything relevant come through
yeah,
when I was asking the questions. I didn't hear any kind of direct responses, like when I was pointing up there. I didn't hear a response until about 2 or 3 minutes later,
yeah.
which may be just a delay. I don't know, but
Could be.
when I was asking to say, I don't know. But it feels like something's here,
Yeah,
but it just felt also like it didn't really want to communicate as such.
yeah.
So,
No, I felt the same.
well, and that's just the way it goes.
Yes, you can't control the spirits. They will do what they want to do.
Exactly. So, on that note, have a great day, everybody. See you later.
Take care, all. Bye.